What's up, everyone? It's Circus. So, I've watched Alien Earth. So, this is going to be my spoiler review of Alien Earth. They dropped on Hulu 2 episodes. Love the length. The show, it's a good show. It's got a lot of hits, but man, does it have some glaring misses. So let's get. I'm going to start talking about. Basically, it's. So you're so used to it's from the other side of like another large corporation. So you got the Weyland-Yutani, which is basically the biggest one. They run North and South America. So the Earth's basically run by these corporations. Nothing goes without them. So it seems like they kind of have their own like areas and cities that you know what I mean, kind of factions. Which is because there's a couple, because the Blade Runner 2049, what is that corporation in there? That's another one. It's the whole universe is tied together. So the way it starts is it's unnerving. A child is dying from a disease and they're trying to save her, but for the benefit of the company, you know what I mean? Because it's the first time that they're going to. So they've introduced into the alien universe, basically, for y'all to see. So you got your synthetics, which are like David and Ash and all them, right? Which your normal synthetics, which are used to in the alien thing. And now we have cyborgs. And what Wendy is, which is Sydney Chandler, she's good too, but I have some problems with some stuff in there that I'm going to get to. So they're hybrids. It's basically when they put human consciousness into a synthetic body, which I like the concept, but it seems like Prodigy is they're doing some backdoors. They're kind of playing God. They're kind of breaking. I mean, Weyland-Yutani, all of them breaking the rules. They're just not, they just don't go by. Yeah. They find a loophole and a way to get around, and they can do some stuff. I mean, the only way to, I guess, to push humans advancement is by borderline science and experiments, I guess. So necessary evil, maybe, but so they found a way to basically transfer it. But the thing is, they explain it. The only people, they can't do it to grown-ups. It can only be children because they're mind, but they have to put them in a larger synthetic body because, and that's why you never see it. They made sense of that. That's why you never really see like synthetic kids. They're usually older of age. You know what I mean? Synthetic, because they never grow. But eventually the mind and the consciousness is going to get more mature and grow. So, but the thing is with the child's mind is, it seems like it's, if it was an adult mind, they would complicate things. It wouldn't work with the transfer because they naturally like fight. I don't know, but they said it works easier with children to go into these. So I did like that whole transformation of her. I did like Wendy. Now, there's some parts in this, especially in episode 1, when you finally see Wendy, she's walking around, she's chilling on a mountain cliff. By the way, it's very scenic, very beautiful. But there is some patchy CGI that I want to get to in a little bit. But man, it was going so good, and they were explaining stuff, and like the way she interacts with Timothy Olyphant. But it seems like the cyborgs, they have no emotion at all. Synthetics seem more like humans than the cyborgs. Synthetics have more empathy than cyborgs because they are ruthless. But we got to go back to the ship. So the ship. So this is before the Nostromo. This is 2 years before the Nostromo, Ripley, and all that. Yeah. So it's just, I did not like the crew of Weyland-Yutani. I wasn't vibing with them. I thought it was some terrible acting from some of those actors, to be honest with you, in that scene. And that dude Tang or whatever, is he a synthetic or an android? I'm gonna give him a chance because he may pop up. I'm not gonna spoil that, but like he fell flat for me. If he was a synthetic cyborg or whatever, I don't know what type of acting that was. It was just weird. It was uncomfortable. It was weird. Maybe that was the point of it. I thought it was useless. And maybe we'll find out he's the cause of it, because usually the synthetics, they're usually the cause of all this stuff because they have one mission. And then you see how Morrow, which is the ship's captain, I believe. Now, I did like how they kept the aesthetics of the original Alien with all the buttons, all the yellow buttons for why do you need this many buttons? But it looks so cool because it lights up and it looks beautiful and it's like stars in the sky. But why do we need these buttons? We probably only need 15 of them for this ship. I'm just saying. But yeah. So that, and then, so there's a breakout in there, and that's why the ship is crashing. But I don't know how it got on the trajectory. Was this kind of like a setup? Got on the trajectory of going to Prodigy City instead of Weyland-Yutani City. So I don't know how I got that far off course. So Morrow's the ship captain, and he just, everybody's getting killed by all, they've captured. And one thing that I did, they give you glimpses of what happened on the ship. Maybe they give you flashbacks before the ship crashes, but it's just not enough. I don't think. It's just okay. And then he's in the room, and then he's setting course for Prodigy City. And they need to explain a lot more. They're being too vague in it, but the impenetrable room or whatever. There's only one on that ship for the crew. There's only one. I don't know. And even when the ship landed and crashed, I think some people could have definitely survived, to be honest with you. Because people were still on the medical tables, not even moved. I mean, there was one with a bar going through the stuff. And apparently it just attacked all the pods, the ship, but nothing else. But, oh well. With the crash, all the debris, it just magnetically just went into like where the pods are and stuff like that. But some of the creatures, some of the aliens, that xenomorph ain't nothing to some of these. But now I have a problem with the xenomorph in this. I thought we were still trying to go back to practical with it, because there is sometimes with this xenomorph, it looks too smooth. It looks like a video game, a cutscene from a video game. I don't know what they're doing with the xenomorph here, but I'm not liking it a little bit. I mean, it's still, I don't know. Although when it was literally destroying that one girl in the ship. But yeah. So it's basically Boy Cavalier he's a child prodigy that is, this is going to be all over the place. He's a child prodigy that literally owns Prodigy City. No pun intended, I guess. Prodigy City, child prodigy, child genius, boy genius. They call him Boy Cavalier. And he's like really fantasizes about like Peter Pan. And I guess he's read it to her before. That's why she picks Wendy. And kind of they get all these other children that are sick because it worked with her, and they do the same transformation and put their consciousness into a synthetic body. Now, I did like the kids because it's a bunch of grown people, but they're acting like kids. They're just like chilling, and you know what I mean? And then they're like, we're going to go on an adventure and everything. It's like the Lost Boys. But I really think that Boy Cavalier is more or less not like Peter Pan. He's more like Geppetto and Pinocchio. Wendy is his Pinocchio. So there's a lot of like pushing Disney stuff, and in there. I think there's some Ice Age clips in there and something else like now let me talk about some glaring problems, because before I get to like the good problems, right? Or the good stuff. Bro, the fascination with Wendy and her brother is weird. It's almost like the Dexter and his sister dynamic a little bit. So her brother is basically, he works for Prodigy. He doesn't know that she was taken away. He thought she died. They had a funeral. They explained that. So she's grown in the synthetic body, but she's still she's still the age of his little sister. You know what I mean? Because it must have just happened recently. So she recruits all the kids to go through all that. You got to watch it. It's a lot because it's 2 episodes and it's hard to put it into one review. But I'm trying. I'm trying not to make this too long. But like he's got like this well, I'll go back to Boy Cavalier real quick before I get to CJ. He's got like this God complex, and even his main scientist, doctor, that basically helped him design everything. He said, "You're not smart enough. I need somebody to challenge me." He's that bright, I guess. So he's like, Wendy's getting close. Basically, she'll be just as smart as me. But the superhero landing with Wendy did not, when she jumped off the cliff. The superhero landing, cringe. The running was okay. We know synthetics a strong run. We've seen Bishop do it. Bishop was going all the way up a tunnel. Like the only way, no human can do that. We know they can do those things, but a superhero landing, dude, did not like that. I love the sets. I love the CGI, except for the alien, for the xenomorph. Yo, that eyeball thing, that parasite is menacing. So is that, somebody tell me in the comments, is that tied to the little like, what were those? They were kind of like centipedes. What's that thing? And then they go into the neck and then they pull out and it creates like a brain thing. There's other aliens that they're going to show. Some are still locked up, but some have gotten out. But I did like Timothy Olyphant taking charge, and like, he's so like, he's a cyborg. So they're like so blank. And Morrow's a piece of shit, the captain. He freaking knows what's up. It's at all costs. We got to get this here. Then you have Boy Cavalier that freaking, disses a scientist, like whatever, dude. And then he gets to talk to Miss Yutani. So the 2 corporations talk. They're talking about like formalities, like I'll sue you, or that's why we have lawyers. Go talk to my lawyer because now your ship belongs to us because it crashed into my city. Yeah. There's a lot of politics going on. The kids, when they were about to go on the adventure, was funny because they're still kids. They're just in synthetic grown people bodies, and how they act, like the interaction. Now there was something that they kind of showed you, like the plant, the upside down plant one, kind of came out like a Venus flag. That's interesting because it was communicating with the one synthetic, right? And so we got to see that. We don't know if it's bad, good, because it's supposed to be the most dangerous organism. So, but that one looked like super peaceful. But sometimes the most peaceful things, yeah, don't want to fall for that one. But the eyeball thing, dude, when it came out the cat's eye, I was like, holy shit. There were certain parts in this when it pulled me all the way, and it was scary, like, and the lighting and everything, and the smoke and the practical sets. But why with the scenes with the xenomorph are kind of dumb, to be honest with you. I don't like them. It's not as, I don't know. He doesn't seem like menacing like the xenomorph. It's kind of, well, when he was getting the one girl on the ship, the first crew from Will and Yutani, yeah, that looked like it. But the other ones, he was like, dude, why is it doesn't look like he fits on the screen. It just doesn't match any lighting or any background or anything. Like, I had a problem with that. And I get that you're trying to focus on other aliens because you want to focus all the stuff on the other ones. Like, yeah, we know the xenomorphs are out there, that's alien, but we want to introduce you. There's other menacing things. But the eyeball thing, and when the kid caught it in the tray, and when Timothy Olyphant came up, it was like, what is that? He was like, it's strong. He's like, okay, back to the mission. Like, hey, if you got it solved, I'll leave it alone. I'm not even going to ask. It's a parasite thing. He's like, oh, okay. Yeah. Moving on. Yeah. But Morrow's a piece of shit. I don't know what. But the thing about the cyborgs, like, so the aliens, the xenomorphs they'll kill humans, right? And the search and rescue team they're kind of annoying, but they won't kill aliens, right? I mean, they'll kill, they won't kill humans. Or what am I doing? They will kill humans, but they won't kill cyborgs. So aren't cyborgs mostly human? Kind of, aren't they? I'm so confused. They brought these synthetics and hybrids. It's kind of like it's the same class. I don't know. But it confuses me because they have like no emotion, the cyborgs. So seems like people don't like them too. It seems like they prefer the synthetics more than the cyborgs. Maybe that's why you don't see the cyborgs in the later films. But we haven't seen hybrids either, really. But other than that, it's good. I like the crew. I like the bunch of kids. I didn't understand the other montages, the suit up montage scene. They're trying to make her be a superhero. She's a hybrid. They're trying to make her be the superhero. Like she grabs she grabs like the paper cutter, right? Blade, and then puts it on her back, like rolling up like a ninja or a samurai. And I'm like, it's the Prodigy Corporation. Wouldn't they give you like some blasters, guns, pulse rifles? Like the first version of the pulse rifle? Because they did have pulse rifles in there. I really didn't hear the brrr sound. Did I miss it? Never fired, but yeah. Oh yeah, I did kind of hear it in that one scene. But you wouldn't give them like weapons? I know they're synthetics, but you don't know what's on that ship. They all just kind of roll up on the ship with no weapons or anything. So I don't know, but that search and rescue team needs some work. The weird obsession triangle with Wendy and CJ is not working for me. Like I like CJ. I like him as the medic. I do like it. Even though he's not doing a lot of medic stuff. Have you noticed that? Like he just puts tape, reflective tape where a body's at or whatever. I haven't really seen him do a lot of medic stuff except for to himself. Whatever. But yeah. So apparently she can watch him wherever he's at because there's cameras everywhere. But I just need to see more. And they have to explain more. You have to. If you're introducing all this to the Alien franchise, you got to do better explaining because there's a lot of holes in there. Because I'm confused. I got to watch it like again and again. But it ends off like, yeah, it's. I think Boy Cavalier is going to realize he bit off a little bit more than he can chew. So we'll see how they get. Overall, the aesthetics, like it has that Alien vibe. It really feels like it. It's just we need more explaining and stop with the superhero shit. Stop. Don't bring the superhero stuff in here. Just let them be heroes. They don't. Yeah, we don't need that. We don't. What's next? Wendy's gonna wear a cape. She's gonna have a W on her chest. Wonder Wendy. But yeah. Tone it down a little bit. It's a good show though. Watch it because the other aliens steal the show, especially the Parasite one. Like the lab scene is like we're going back to the lab. I'm like, oh my god, the worst place to go. But anyway, that's all I got. That's my review. It's an okay show. It's probably going to get better. It's the first two, and the first one was the pilot. So we'll see. But anyway, tell me what you think. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I want everyone to subscribe. And I do mean everyone.